Welcome to my channel Tudos Learning. In this video we are going to talk about calculator and its design. Calculator is typically a portable electronic device used to perform calculations ranging from basic arithmetic to complex mathematics. The first solid-state electronic calculator was created in the early 1960s. Modern electronic calculators vary from cheap giveaway credit card sized models to sturdy desktop models with built-in printers. Calculator became popular in the mid 1970s as the incorporation of integrated circuits reduced the size and cost of the calculator. Computer operating systems have included interactive calculator programs. Calculator functions are included in almost all personal digital assistant type devices. There are calculators designed for specific markets. For example, scientific calculators and graphing calculators. Next, we are going to learn about the design of calculator. First is the input of the calculator. Electronic calculators contain a keyboard with buttons for digits and arithmetical operations. Most basic calculators have only one digit or operation on each button. However, in more specific calculators, a button can perform multifunction working with key combinations. Next is the display output of calculator. Calculators usually have liquid crystal displays, that is LCD, as output in place of historical LED displays and VFD displays. Large sized figures are often used to improve readability. Various symbols for function commands may also be shown on the display. Next is the design of calculator. Calculators have the ability to store numbers into computer memory. The power sources for calculator are batteries, solar cells. Calculators have a switch or button for turning it on or off. Calculators consist a processor chip or which is a microprocessor or central processing unit. Most pocket calculators do all their calculations in binary coded decimal. Now we will compare the calculators with computers. The fundamental difference between a calculator and a computer is that a computer can be programmed to take different branches according to intermediate results, while calculators are pre-designed with specific functions built in. Bit serial logic designs are more common in calculators, whereas bit parallel designs dominate general purpose computers. Now let's talk about the history of calculators. The first known tools used to aid arithmetical calculations were bones, pebbles, counting boards, and abacus. They were known to have been used by Sumerians and Egyptians before 2000 BC. Development of computing devices arrived near the start of the 17th century. In 1642, the mechanical calculator was invented by Wilhelm Schicard. Several decades later, Blaise Pascal invented a calculator that could add and subtract two numbers directly. The 18th century saw the arrival of some notable improvements. First by Polanyi, Luigi Torchi invented the first direct multiplication machine in 1834. The arithmeter, invented in 1820, became the first commercially successful unit. It wasn't until 1902 that the familiar push-button user interface was developed. In 1921, Edith Clark invented the Clark calculator, which is a simple graph-based calculator for solving line equations involving hyperbolic functions. The Kurta calculator was developed in 1948 and became popular for its portability. By the early 1970s, electronic pocket calculators ended the manufacture of mechanical calculators. In 1957, the world's first all-electric compact calculator was released. It did not use electronic logic but was based on relay technology and was built into a desk. In October 1961, the world's first all-electronic desktop calculator was announced. The early calculators used hundreds of germanium transistors, which were cheaper than silicon transistors, on multiple circuit boards. Display types used were CRT, cold cathode Nixie tubes, and filament lamps. Memory technology was usually based on the delay line memory or the magnetic core memory. The first desktop programmable calculators were produced in the mid 1960s. The electronic calculators of the mid 1960s were large and heavy desktop machines due to their use of hundreds of transistors on several circuit boards with a large power consumption. By 1970, a calculator could be made using just a few chips of low power consumption, allowing portable models powered from rechargeable batteries. The first handheld calculator was a 1967 prototype, whose developer was Jack Kilby in a research project to produce a portable calculator. The first commercially produced portable calculators appeared in Japan in 1970 and were soon marketed around the world. The first programmable pocket calculator was the HP 65 in 1974. Through the 1970s, the handheld electronic calculator underwent rapid development. The first calculator capable of symbolic computing was the HP 280 28C, released in 1987. The first graphing calculator was released in 1985. Personal computers nowadays come with a calculator utility program that emulates the appearance and functions of a calculator, using the graphical user interface to portray a calculator. Most smartphones also have such a feature. Now we are going to learn about some uses of calculator, such as students use calculator for schoolwork. Calculators are also great for solving simple equations with one or two variables. A scientific calculator can be used to find the square root of a number, and it can also be used for logarithms. This is it for today's video. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like, share and comment. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe.